Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to discuss and demonstrate how easily we can create zip files in Windows. In my case, I'm on Windows 10, and it is very simple. Why do we want to create zip files? Well, there are two main reasons that come to mind quickly. The first one is we want to transmit multiple files, and typically it makes a lot more sense to bundle them together. The other reason is zips compress the content, which means that what you end up sending across to the other person will be reduced in size. So it means you can upload files faster and the person at the other end can download the files quicker, and then they can extract them and have them as normal. So it can facilitate and speed up the upload-download process. This is also a way sometimes of getting around, let's say, email limits, where some providers and some corporations have limits. You may only be able to send an email of 10 megabytes or whatever. Well, your files may not meet that criteria, but by zipping them up, you suddenly can get them under 10 megs and you're able to email them that way. So there's a variety of reasons to use it. So let's dive in. You'll see it is very easy to do. I'm going to show two distinct ways of doing it. They're both very similar, but let's just start off with right here with what you see on my screen currently. If you're on your desktop and you have a series of files you want to zip up, you can left click and then go and select the files you want, assuming they're continuous. If they aren't, your other option is nothing selected. You press and hold down the control key, and then you can select the individual files or folders. You can include an entire folder and all its content. And then when you're happy with what you have, then you right click on one of the selected items and you get this context menu and you go up to send to and you move over compressed zip folder and you simply press down. Now you'll notice the name here is given based on the file that you are right-clicking on when you choose to do the zip process. So if I were to take these guys, and I'm going to right-click here on the ledger one, and now I do send to, it's going to be called ledger zip. But it doesn't make a difference what it's named at the end of the day. This is just a speedy way of doing it if you want to give it a file name. Otherwise, as you can see, it brings you right in the editing mode, and you can then rename it as you see fit. Okay, and if we open that first one, remember I included the folder, new folder, and if you open it, you will see all of the content of new folder has been included as well. So you can do files and folders, you can do just a folder, right? Right click, send to, boom, and then if we open it up, you'll see you have the folder with all of its content. As you can see, very simple to do. Next, the second approach, it's very similar. It's almost the same process. But let's say you're in Windows Explorer and we're on our desktop. So here's all my files. The same thing. You can press one file and then hold down the Shift key and press to the last file you want if they're linear, if they're continuous. And then you can right click, send to, compress folder. Your other option is you can do the control once again, and that way you can selectively take things. Send to, right click, send to, compress folder. And you can also do the selection where you do a left click and go and select them. Take all of that, send to, compress folder. And if you notice that last time we go into it, it included the original zip file that I already had in my folder. It's because a zip file is nothing more than a file, right? So you can include zips within zips. And then you have the folder and the subfolders and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So as you can see, very simple and easy to work with. It does files, does folders, does other zip files. What you need to know, however, with the Microsoft, this is the built-in functionality, is it doesn't support passwords. So the zip files you're creating, anyone can open, right? You're transmitting them to people and anyone can open it. So if you need password protection and things like that, well, then that's another thing. And then you need to get other software, WinZip, 7-Zip. There's a whole slew of tools out there that you can employ if you need it. But for the vast majority of times, just right-clicking, as you saw, right-click, send to, and compress is more than sufficient to be able to communicate files and folders with other people. So I hope this is informative. I hope this helps a few of you out there. If you don't mind, like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments. I'd love to hear from you. And we will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.